criminals in DOS, those of you who are under their payroll, how many of you, since you hate what Hope Uzodimma is doing, since you know that Hope Uzodimma is killing our people, since you know that he has become one of the worst things that happened to Biafra region, how many of you have shared the exposition on Hope Uzodimma? How many? None. None of you. But every day you open your mouth. Every day you open your mouth and begin to claim Hope Uzodimma is doing this, Hope Uzodimma is doing that. Now we are bringing the highest exposition about Hope Uzodimma. Why are you not making it go viral? Hope Uzodimma was a hardened criminal. He was an armed robber. He killed people during armed robbery. And the last armed robbery attack, when he got arrested with his gang, he was facing firing. He was to face firing squad. I am going to tell you a brief history again today. And I am expecting the people from Imo State. I told you people that I want people from 50 years up to come up with more information. And of course, I will be releasing it little by little. So, Hope Uzodimma was an armed robber. He was an armed robber who faced, death, who was on death row in Imo State. And let me tell you the story. The people, during the time when Hope Uzodimma was to be executed by firing squad, it was during Buhari regime. During Buhari regime, Hope Uzodimma during Buhari regime was an armed robber. He killed people. He killed his victim. And during that time, how they execute people in Nigeria was that it does not matter anywhere the crime was committed. It does not matter where you commit the crime. When they want to execute you, they bring you to your community. When they want to kill you, they bring you to your community and execute you. I want people to recollect and recall this particular history. Hope Uzodimma was facing firing squad. He was brought to his community to be executed. Are you aware of that? During Buhari regime, Hope Uzodimma was brought to his community to be executed by firing squad. It was the Ezemo and the Igwe of the community that came and intervened. They intervened claiming that if Hope nobody in their land, the blood of their indigene cannot be spilled in their land, that it will bring doom to the entire community. And that was how the king, the Eze Umume, I want you people, those of you who come from Imo State where Hope Uzodimma come from, I want you to go and ask question. What I'm telling you now, go and ask question. Go and ask the Eze. Go and ask about the Eze Umuma. The Eze Umuma. The Eze Umuma during Buhari regime. Because we are going to dig this thing out. We are going to dig it until we dig everything out to the open. That's how we do. I want those of you who come from where Hope Uzodimma come from to go and make your finding. In 1984, 82, 83, during Buhari regime, I want you to go and ask your mother's question, who was the Eze in Hope Uzodimma's community? Eze Umuma. Eze Umuma, and there is somebody that is the chief priest in that community. When they brought Hope Uzodimma, when they brought him to be executed by firing squad for armed robbery, not just ordinary armed robbery, he was killing his victim. So when they brought him to the community to be executed, the Eze or Eze Umuma in 1984, 1983, go and ask, we need to dig everything out. They came out with their priest, with their chief priest of that community, of that village. They say there is something, there is date or the oracle, because in those days, oracle is very strong, not like all these adulterated oracle these days. So they came, and the Eze said that no blood of their indigene shall be spilled on their land, that it is going to bring sacrilege, it's going to be sacrilege, it's going to bring doom to them. So the Buhari administration then, they took Hope Uzodimma away. So, to go and kill him somewhere else, so that not to pollute the land. Now, little did these people, where Hope Uzodimma come from, they didn't know that Hope Uzodimma later was not killed. They didn't know that he was not killed. It was from there he ran to Lagos to join 419, continue his criminal activities. Now, the next thing Hope Uzodimma did was to come back during when he contested for Senate. The time he contested for Senate, he came back. I am also challenging the people in Imo State, in his constituency. Immediately Hope Uzodimma came back. The opponent, the person that he contested the senatorial districts against, his opponent brought the issue of Hope Uzodimma being an armed robber. Do you know what happened? Hope Uzodimma assassinated him. This is why we say Nigeria breed criminals, and there is no way Hope Uzodimma can be a governor in Biafra land and you see peace and tranquility. It can never happen. The land of Biafra is fighting, and that's why there are chaos in Imo State. And it left for the elders in Imo State to rise up, because Hope Uzodimma have spilled the blood of their own people in Imo State. And the land of Biafra is against everything that Hope Uzodimma does. So all the chief priests in Biafra land, all the chief priests in Imo State, I challenge you people to go and consult the oracle and go to work. The only way to restore peace in Imo State, and by extension in Biafra land, is to chase Hope Uzodimma out of Biafra land, because the sacrilege he committed is following him, and it is going to follow Imo State, because Imo State have come to, we don't understand what is wrong with them. Because I cannot understand how it is me that is now revealing the sacrilege that happened in Imo State in 1984. 1983, 1984 to 1986. So you see Hope Uzodimma, everything turning against him is because the way they did not want his blood to spill in the land is the same way he has spilled the blood of innocent people, and orala. It is sacrilege, abomination. So if you are from that particular part of Biafra land, you must make sure you rise up. Otherwise, Hope Uzodimma, the spirit of Biafra is angry. The spirit of Biafra is angry. Ali Igbo is very, very angry. I am telling you, the land of Imo State is very angry. Hope Uzodimma Rurala, he spilled the blood of innocent people when Amadioha, in those days, when Amadioha was very, very active. We don't know how Amadioha is today. We are only calling Amadioha. In those days, where you do something will happen to you. The law of Abraham. Is it the law of Abraham? Or the law of Moses also? All right. So it is a challenge I am putting to people in Imo State today. After Hope Uzodimma assassinated the opposition in that Senate race, nobody ever spoke about it till today. People were afraid, because if you talk, Hope Uzodimma kill you. If you talk, Hope Uzodimma will assassinate you. So everybody was afraid. Nobody want to mention the history of Hope Uzodimma. Today, we are opening it, we are visiting it, and we are going to make sure that it comes to the limelight. So, and who is going to do it? You and I. You and I. You have to make this the pronouncement I'm making now, put it in writing, put it in word, share it, make it go viral until people who know exactly what transpired will come out and let us expose the evil and the sacrilegious Hope Uzodimma, who the land of Biafra is fighting against. And because of that, nobody in Imo State is talking. Everybody is afraid to talk because if you talk, Hope Uzodimma kills you. So what fact are we presenting today? We are presenting the fact that Hope Uzodimma was an armed robber. We are presenting the fact that Hope Uzodimma was arrested for armed robbery after killing his victim. We are presenting the fact that during the time Hope Uzodimma faced a death penalty, death by firing squad. We are presenting the fact that during the time Hope Uzodimma was on death row, when a criminal wants to be executed, they take that criminal to his community and execute him. It was then that kind of practice was in Nigeria then. We are presenting the fact that when they wanted to execute Hope Uzodimma by a firing squad, they brought him by himself, they brought him to the community to be executed by firing squad. And the Eze of that community, the Eze Umuma, intervened that if they kill him and spill his blood in the community, it is going to bring a lot of doom to them. And for that reason, those who want to execute him took him away, so that the entire community thought that he has been killed, only for Hope Uzodimma to appear many years later. So how can somebody like that become governor in Imo State? How can such person become a governor today? That is the reason why Nigeria can never do well. That is why Hope Uzodimma is sponsoring killers. That is why Hope Uzodimma have killing squad. That is why Hope Uzodimma have armed robber in Nigeria police uniform. Because agadi nwanyi anaghị akanka na egwu maragba. Somebody say it is Omuma, not Umuma. Well, it does not matter. At least you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can be able to grasp what I'm trying to say. Whether I am saying Omuma, whether I'm saying Umuma, for you to correct the name or the spelling of the Eze Umuma, it means that you know who I'm talking about. It means that you know the community I'm talking about. Now that you corrected the name of the place, can you now go to work? We need to know the political opposition that Hope Uzodimma assassinated, who was going for as a senatorial candidate. Hope Uzodimma assassinated him because he brought this issue up. Now, let us bring his name. Let us seek for justice for him. Let us also begin to investigate who are the victims of Hope Uzodimma during the time he was an armed robber, because those people have not gotten their justice. We need to begin to see the families of those that Hope Uzodimma killed in the 80s, because there were no justice. That is exactly what we are trying to do. Now,